6 hours. That's all the time David Hasselhoff had to find a woman and 2 children who'd been taken by a Mexican drug cartel somewhere in Baja California. 200 miles of desert, mountains, and coastline where people disappeared and were never found. No ransom demand yet. No proof of life. Just a phone call to a DEA agent in San Diego saying, "Your family is ours now. You have until midnight to drop the Guadalajara case or you'll never see them again." And the only reason David even knew about it was because he happened to be 50 miles away when Kit's police scanner picked up the emergency broadcast. This is the story of the desperate father who couldn't cross into Mexico without blowing his cover. The cartel that thought an American family was leverage they could use, and the 6-hour race against time when a black Trans Am with thermal imaging became the only chance 3 hostages had of making it home alive. It started on a Saturday morning in August 1987. Tom Morrison was a DEA special agent, 42 years old, based in San Diego, and for the past 18 months he'd been building the biggest case of his career against the Guadalajara Cartel: money laundering, drug trafficking, murder, corruption that reached into the Mexican government itself. The case was solid. Federal prosecutors were ready to move. Indictments were being prepared, and the cartel knew it. Tom had been getting threats for months, anonymous calls, cars following him, warnings passed through informants, standard intimidation. He'd dealt with it before. What he hadn't prepared for was his family becoming the target. His wife Sarah, 39, had taken their 2 kids, Emma, 12, and Jake, 8, down to Rosarito Beach for the weekend. A small resort town just south of the border, safe, touristy. They'd been going there for years. Sarah had called Tom Saturday morning from the hotel. Everything was fine. The kids were at the beach. She was having coffee on the balcony. Normal vacation morning. Then at 11 a.m. Tom's phone rang at the DEA office. Unknown number. He answered. A voice speaking English with a heavy Mexican accent. "Agent Morrison, your wife and children are no longer in Rosarito. They are with us. You have 6 hours to withdraw from the Guadalajara case. Publicly announce you're stepping down due to health reasons. Do this and they go home. Refuse and they disappear. You have until 5 p.m. No police, no FBI, no rescue attempt, just you and your decision." The line went dead. Tom Morrison stood there, mind racing, body flooding with adrenaline, called Sarah's cell. Voicemail, hotel room. No answer. Rosarito Beach Hotel front desk confirmed room empty, personal items still there. Cartel had surveillance, knew family's routine, waited until they were across border where American law enforcement had no jurisdiction, took them, clean, professional. Now they had leverage. Drop the case or lose family. 6 hours to decide. Tom was ready to drop the case immediately. No case was worth his family's lives. But giving in wouldn't guarantee safety. Cartel could take his surrender and still kill them to send message. His office phone rang. Different number. Morrison. Agent Morrison. This is David Hasselhoff. I'm calling from Ensenada. Hour ago, Kit. My car's computer picked up emergency broadcast on DEA frequencies. Family of Special Agent Thomas Morrison, taken by suspected Guadalajara Cartel operatives. I don't know if you're getting other help, but I'm already in Mexico with technology that can find people. I'm offering. Tom had heard of David Hasselhoff. Knight Rider, biggest show on TV. But this wasn't TV. This was his family held by Guadalajara Cartel. Still, man was offering help, and Tom had 0 other options. "Mr. Hasselhoff, this is federal matter." David cut him off. "Federal law enforcement has no jurisdiction in Mexico. You can't send FBI across border without Mexican government approval, which takes hours you don't have. I'm already here. Kit has thermal imaging. GPS tracking, database access. If there's chance of finding your family in 6 hours, you need someone who can move now, not someone who needs paperwork. Tom closed eyes. Man was right. What do you need? Everything you know. Tom sent information. Last location, Rosarito Beach Hotel, time 10:30 a.m., suspected Guadalajara Cartel, 7 known operatives. Photos, 12 cartel properties between Tijuana and Ensenada. I'm texting my direct number. Tom said, anything you find, call immediately. They're threatening to kill my family if I don't drop case by 5 p.m. 5 hours 43 minutes. Understood. Kit's analyzing now. Starting search. David sat in Kit, overlooking Ensenada Bay. Kit's screens displayed Morrison's data, cartel properties, operatives, timeline. Kit, cross-reference known locations with likely hostage sites. Isolated but close to border for quick movement. Kit's scanner pulsed. Based on 6-hour deadline, estimating within 30 miles of Rosarito. 4 high-probability locations: fish processing plant Primo Tapia, ranch house east of Rosarito, warehouse near Tijuana Airport, beachfront property, Punta Banda linked to cartel. Can you detect thermal signatures? Fish plant and warehouse within range. Checking. 30 seconds. Then multiple human heat signatures at fish plant. 7 individuals, 3 in main building showing elevated stress, restricted movement suggesting restraint. 4 outside in patrol. Profile matches hostage scenario. David started engine. That's them. How far? 12 miles. 18 minutes legal speed. Make it 10. Kit's turbine engaged, navigating back roads to avoid attention. Harsh landscape, desert, rocky hills, small settlements, cartel territory. David knew rules: don't attract attention, don't trust local police, don't assume American authority works here. Kit crested hill, old fish processing facility on coast, concrete buildings, rusted roofs, chain link fence, razor wire, 3 vehicles, 2 pickups, black SUV. Kit vehicles in database. SUV matches Roberto Salazar, Guadalajara enforcer. Trucks consistent with cartel operations. David pulled over quarter-mile away behind ridge. Kit detailed thermal map. Exact positions. Kit's display showed 3D rendering. Main building, 3 heat signatures northwest corner, close together, minimal movement. 2 smaller children. 1 adult female. All showing extended sitting patterns. 4 guards, 2 outside patrol, 1 inside watching hostages, 1 in office building, all armed. David studied layout. Getting inside easy. Old facility, not fortress. But extracting 3 hostages with 4 armed enforcers was different. Direct approach meant gunfire with hostages in middle. Worst case. David called Tom. Found them. Fish processing plant Primo Tapia. 3 hostages, 4 guards. Your family is alive. Tom's voice cracked. You're sure? Kit's thermal reading 2 children, 1 adult female, positioning consistent with hostages. 95% certain. Your plan? Get them out. But I need you to call cartel. Tell them you're ready to deal. Want proof of life. Phone call with wife. Keep them online as long as possible. Need their attention on you while I move. If they refuse, I go anyway. But riskier. Longer I keep their focus divided. Better chance extraction without gunfire. Tom made call. Same voice. Agent Morrison, your decision. Dropping the case. Public statement Monday. But need proof family's alive. Put wife on phone. Silence. You're in no position for demands. You want biggest cartel case dropped. I need to know they're alive. 30 seconds. That's all. You get what you want. More silence. Shuffling. Sarah's voice. shaky but controlled. Tom, Sarah, are you okay? Kids, we're okay. Not hurt. Tom, whatever they want. Line cut. Cartel voice. Satisfied. 5 p.m. deadline. Drop case, or next time you hear her, it's on tape with her body. While Tom kept them talking, David moved. Left Kit positioned with visual on facility, scanner monitoring. Approached on foot from coastline. Rocky beach, no guards. Blind spot. Reached fence. Found section where bottom pulled away. Slid underneath. Inside perimeter. Kit's voice through earpiece. Guard 1 north side main building. Guard 2 entering office. Guard 3 inside with hostages. Guard 4 30 yards from your position. Moving away. David moved between buildings, staying low using rusted equipment for cover. Reached main building. Metal door. Unlocked. Eased it open. Inside dark. Smelled salt water and decay. Processing facility. Large space. Conveyor systems. Hooks hanging. Concrete floors. Northwest corner. 3 people on floor against wall. Sarah Morrison. Dark hair. Shorts and t-shirt. Wrists zip-tied. Emma, 12, and Jake, 8 either side of mother. Also zip-tied. Scared but quiet. Guard 15 feet away. Alaska my 47. Back partially to door. Talking on phone. David needed distraction. Kit car alarm on black SUV. 10 seconds later. Alarm blaring. Guard spun towards sound. Spoke sharp Spanish into phone. Moved to window. David crossed distance silently. Chokehold before guard could shout. Man struggled. Tried to bring rifle around. David held pressure. 8 seconds. Guard went limp. David lowered him quietly. Grabbed AK-47. Moved to Sarah and kids. Sarah's eyes went wide. David finger to lips. Pulled knife. Cut zip ties. I'm David Hasselhoff. Your husband sent me. We move quickly and quietly. Can you run? Sarah nodded. Pulled kids close. Who else? 3 more guards. My car 1/4 mile south. Once outside we run. No stopping. Understand? Both kids nodded. Terrified but controlled. Now, stay behind me. Moved out of building. David leading with rifle. Sarah holding kids' hands. Car alarm still covering sound. Crossed open area. Reached fence. Went under same spot. Outside perimeter. Down Rocky Beach toward Kit. Behind them. Shouting Spanish. Guards discovered unconscious man and missing hostages. David pushed pace. Run. Go. Go. Ran across rough terrain. Sarah carrying Jake when he stumbled. Emma keeping pace despite fear. Kit's lights flashed. Everyone in. Back seat. Floor. Sarah and kids scrambled in. David jumped driver's seat. Kit. Maximum speed. Kit's engine roared. Tires spun. Caught. Accelerated away. 2 pickup trucks appeared on access road behind. Armed men in truck beds. Kit. How far to border? 42 miles. Current pursuit. 2 vehicles. Armed. Recommend evasive route through mountain roads. Kit. Turned onto narrow mountain road climbing into hills. Barely paved. Switchbacks. Steep drops. Pickup trucks followed but couldn't match Kit's speed through turns. David glanced rear view. Sarah had both arms around kids. All 3 pressed against backseat floor. Mrs. Morrison. Anyone hurt? No. Scared, but not hurt. Are we really getting out? Yes, ma'am. Your husband's waiting at border. 30 minutes. Emma's voice small, scared. Is this really Knight Rider car? David almost smiled. Yes, this is Kit. Cool. Jake. 8 and traumatized, managed small, amazed, cool. 35 minutes later, Kit crossed into United States at San Ysidro port of entry.